What up, crypto peeps? This is Jesse James. Hadn't done a video in a really long time. I figured I would give y'all an update on what I've been up to. Of course, I'm still in cryptos. More so messing with DeFi coins on the Ethereum smart contracts. Bitcoin's just a stale stale technology at this point. So if you want to really buy anything right now, you want to get into Ethereum. It's completely undervalued, and I can see the value passing all-time highs, which I think was 1,500. It could easily get to about 2,000 in the next year or so. So I would be stacking that Ethereum. So I'm in a few different DApps is what they call them. DApps is basically just like games or things to play on the Ethereum blockchain. The main two I'm in, I've been in Hex Money or Hex Business Team is the ones who run it. I've been in it since it started. I had sold off quite a bit but I always keep some of any coin I buy into, so I kept about 200 or so and just let them stake. This is version 2. The way it works is you have to transform, so you have to purchase Hex, which is another Ethereum-based blockchain coin. And they just implemented where you can use USDC or Ethereum, but for the most part, you need to use Hex, and then you need 2,000 Hex for one HXY or Hex Money. Once you have your Hex Money, then you freeze it, and then you collect dividends every day when the Hex AA lobby closes. I'm Central Time, so it'll close at 7 p.m. my time. And you just collect dividends. So yesterday, I think I collected almost $3 in Hex. What was it? I got a couple Hexy and a little bit of USDC, not much. Now I know they was paying better dividends in version 1. In version 1 it was 1,000 Hex per one Hexy, and it continues to go up every version. I believe it's every time they transform, which this is transforming every 750,000 to 1 million tokens get transformed, and we'll go to the next version and the next version, and the price continues to go up. So it's 1,000 Hex per Hexy, version 1, version 2, 2,000 Hex per one Hexy, and then it continues to go all the way up to version 10, I believe, which would be 10,000 Hex per one Hexy. Right now, Hex is valued at around 3.5 or less tenths of 1 penny right now. And yeah, you collect your dividends. You gotta hit claim. In order to get all this set up now, you need a MetaMask wallet, which is basically just a plug-in on I use Safari, but you can use Google Chrome, but I use Safari, and you set up your MetaMask account, and it's, like I said, it's just a plug-in, and you load it with some Ethereum. And the way these coins, these tokens on the Ethereum blockchain work is they all use the same address that you would use just for your Ethereum. So your Ethereum address is the address that you would use to send any one of these tokens, right? So I have a bunch of different ones I'm watching and buying, and they all use the same address. So let's say you click Hexy, see, it doesn't say receive, it just says send, right? So if you go to Ethereum, send or deposit, okay, that's because everything is built on Ethereum's blockchain. So if you ever set this up, don't worry, you just send it to your Ethereum address, which would be here highlighted where I have my arrow. And anyway, I got off track a little bit. This is one of the DApps that I use to collect dividends daily. There's a multitude of different ones. You just gotta, do your own research. I'm watching, where is it? Hexy, I'm sorry. The price. This is what you call Uniswap, which is an exchange for Ethereum based tokens. It's like the biggest exchange everybody uses. You can set it to per Ethereum is how many coins you would get, or you can turn around. You can do it like this, and you can use USDC and say 1 hexy equals $5.96, because USDC is equivalent to $1 for 1 coin. Same thing with Tether on the BTC blockchain, right? So we can switch this back, and you just watch. 1 ETH will get you that much. So I'm invested here. I'm invested here in Teller, and then I'm invested in Bank Vault. Now Bank Vault just came out, I want to say about a week ago. It's made from a developer named Bank Teller. He's supposed to have some big following, but he does really good dApps on the Tron network, which is Tron's basically just Ethereum. This token that came out about a week ago, he hasn't actually put out the dApp to stake it yet. Once that comes out, then I can easily see the value of this token rise at least 4x. Okay, but that's just one to watch out for. Again, this isn't financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. Okay. Last but not least, there is a smart contract website called Forsage. A friend of mine kind of turned me on to this. He was showing me about it. So basically what this is, it's a smart contract, okay? It's in the background, right? It's a website that's attached to a smart contract where every time somebody buys in, say they use your referral link, you get a little bit of the money, that they use to buy in, and it like basically builds a team of people. And the way the smart contract's built, the beauty of it is there's no centralized person that's holding on to these tokens, right? You can look up the contract address. It has 0 Ethereum in it. So as soon as it's peer-to-peer, so as soon as somebody buys in, somebody else gets a cut, and it just moves on, so on and so forth. Okay, you would use somebody's ID, like this is my ID, or my affiliate link here. You would use that to log in the first time, and it would say, this is the ID of the person that you're joining the team with. And then it only costs 0.05 Ethereum, which by this recording I believe is like $12 maybe. And it'll unlock Forsage-ETH contract level 1 for 0.025, and then the other 0.025 will unlock Forsage-ETH contract. Okay, now the difference between the two contracts is X3 is like if you not going to get any referrals, I believe. That's how it works. Because there's people that's actually making money off of this that don't have any referrals whatsoever. They have a program with spillover, right? Overflow from the top and from the bottom, right? Top, bottom. So as these slots fill, and say you're level 2 and all your slots are filled, it'll spill over to somebody else that slots hadn't been filled, and they get paid, right? So that's how it basically works the same way in the team. This is for teams, and this is for basically single players, if you want to say it that way, right? This is for if you want to build a team. This would be the quickest way to ROI and make your money back. It's a neat concept. It's been out since February, and just now it's like really starting to gain traction. Now, I know people's gonna think, oh, it's a scam, it's this and that. Well, the difference here, like I said a minute ago, is it's not centralized at all. Okay, so nobody is in control of the Ethereum that passes back and forth. It simply, it comes in and it goes right to somebody else, right? So nobody can like zap the contract and drain it of all the Ethereum that's been plugged into it, right? So I'm not saying it's safe. Again, this isn't financial advice, but it's worth something, you know, to try it out, right? So I've seen a bunch of videos of people not staking, but getting the X3 up to like level 3 or 4 and just letting it sit there, and then like a month later or so just letting it build up, and they slowly getting small payments from spillover of other people joining. You know, right now it's hitting you know, almost 9,000 people every 24 hours are joining. You know, you're looking at over 300,000 people that are participating, and the bigger it grows, the more spillover you get. So if you're gonna get into it, you might want to get into it before it really takes off. Now, I've earned about $30 or 0.125 worth of Ethereum already. Before I had this one referral, I already had about, I want to say about 14 or 15 bucks just in a day of me buying in. And I went ahead and bought up to level 4 on both ends, because I'm planning on trying to build a team, you know. So if anybody does want to get into it, you know, I would really appreciate you, you know, if you go ahead and use my affiliate link. I'll post it in the link in the description, you know, and you can give it a go, try it out. I would say at least get to like level 2 maybe. I think it would cost you like 30 bucks. And then these little dots start to fill out with different people's ID numbers as your team grows. From what I was reading and understanding, the first 2 spots, these 2 dots you get, once you get those from 2 people signing up, then you start getting paid on these 3 lines, and then the 4th line, it spills up back to the person that you signed up under, right? So it's pretty neat little system. Again, if you feel like, you know, if you want to throw a little bit of Ethereum at it, I say it's worth a shot. You know, I see it's kind of gaining traction, and I really like the way it's decentralized and somebody can't just zap the contract of all the Ethereum. So it's Forsage. You might want to check it out. Also, I failed to mention Hex business, or well, Hex money. If you do decide to get into that, I'll put my link here, my referral link, and you can get in, you know, check that out. They pay again every day after the AA lobby closes for Hex, you know, so you can collect some dividends. The price is constantly going up. When I first got in, you know, when it was version 1, it was a whole heck of a lot cheaper than this. And then when they put out the version 2 tokens, I bought up a few on the exchange, and it was 65 or 66 tokens for 1 Ethereum, and you can see that the prices already came up. And, you know, I'm speculating on this, but I believe this price can get to about double this. You know, as long as, you know, everything keeps going good, it can probably get close to 20. But anyways, I just wanted to give an update on everything I've been up to. I'll try to put out about 2 or 3 videos a week, and, you know, get back to it. All right, y'all take it easy. Until next time. Bye.